Hello everyone and welcome to Fatma Sami's channel. Today's video is for the 7th grade, semester 1. We're gonna do some exercises on Unit 2, Skills Book. Unit 2, Great Thinkers. Exercise number 1. Read, think and complete. Do you remember the inventor's song? Can you remember the inventions and the names of the inventors? Read the song and fill in each space with the name of an inventor. These wise men, all of them changed our lives. Changed our lives. Edison invented electric light. Biro invented a new way to write. A man from China invented the kite. These wise men, all of them changed our lives. Changed our lives. Al-Idrisi invented a globe very round. Edison invented a way to play sound. Benz made a car that he drove round and round. These wise men, all of them, changed our life. Changed our life. The Wrights invented a way to fly high. Jansen helped us to study the sky. T. Ceylon made paper of wood that was dry. These wise men, thanks to them. Exercise number 1. Read and answer. Look at these questions. Read the first 3 questions before you read the email. Number 1. Who's the email to? Number 2. What is Beth doing at school now? Number 3. What information does she want? Now, read the email and try to find the answers. Dear Maha, hi, how are you? I hope that you and your family are well. I'm fine. I had a really good time during the school holidays. I went to Istanbul for 2 weeks with my family. I loved it. I am attaching a photo I took. Now I'm back at school and I'm doing a project about great thinkers. It's really interesting. My teacher told us that some of the most famous people had problems at school. For example, Albert Einstein, the famous scientist, had a problem with reading and writing. And Gandhi, who was a very great leader, was very shy and quiet when he was young. But when he was older, he spoke in front of thousands of people. And did you know that Mozart, the famous musician, never went to school at all? So even if you have problems at school, you could still become a famous thinker. Also, while I was on holiday in Istanbul, I saw a beautiful mosque. It was built by a Turkish architect called Sinan. I'm going to include him in my project because he built lots of other things too. Maha, have you got any information about great thinkers of the world? If you have, I could use it in my project. Thanks for your help. Best wishes, Beth. Now let's see the answers for the first 3 questions. Number 1. Who is the email to? Maha. Number 2. What is Beth doing at school? A project. Number 3. What information does she want? Information about great thinkers. Now look at these next questions. Read Beth's email again and try and find the answers. We already read the email. We're gonna read the questions and answer them. Number 4. Did Beth enjoy her holiday? Yes. Number 5. Where did she go? Istanbul. Number 6. Which great thinkers has Beth learned about? Albert Einstein, Gandhi, Mozart, Sinan. Exercise number 1. Read, think and match. Read and think carefully about the list of skills below. Match each skill to one of the ways of understanding. Let's see the answers. Visual, number 1. Drawing pictures. Number 5. Understanding maps. Linguistic, verbal. Number 3. Understanding the meaning of words. Number 6. Writing a story. Mathematical and logical. Number 4. Using logic to solve problems. Number 11. Working out how much your shopping costs. Bodily, movement. Number 7. Balancing on one leg. Number 10. Catching a ball. Musical, rhythmic. Number 8. Playing a musical instrument. Number 13. Writing music for a song. Naturalist. Number 2. Recognizing different planets. Number 16. Recognizing different animal sounds. Intrapersonal. Number 9. Knowing what you are good at. Number 14. Knowing what is important to you. Interpersonal. 12. Helping people. 15. Understanding the feelings of others. Exercise number 1. Listen and tick. Look at these statements about Sinan. Now listen to the radio program and tick the correct answers. Listen carefully. Good afternoon. I'm glad you can join me today as we continue our series of programs about great architects in history. Today, we will look at the life and work of a great architect, Sinan bin Abdul Mannan. Sinan bin Abdul Mannan was a famous Turkish architect. He was known as Mimar Sinan. Mimar means architect. He was born in about 1490 in a small village in Turkey. His father was a carpenter and builder. When he was little, he liked watching his father making things. He loved learning how to use his father's tools. When Sinan was 22, he joined the Sultan's army. He was a good soldier, and he was also good at building bridges, roads, and walls for the army. He enjoyed building these things, but he really wanted to build something beautiful. In 1538, the Sultan made Sinan his chief royal architect. The first building that the Sultan asked Sinan to design was a mosque as a gift for his wife. The Sultan's wife loved it. Probably Sinan's most famous building is the Suleiman Mosque, built for the Sultan. The mosque has a big dome which is 53 meters high. It's surrounded by nearly 550 smaller domes, each with gold crests on top. There are 4 minarets. Sinan loved making the insides of his mosques beautiful. Many of them have mihrabs decorated with wonderful tiles in blue, red, green, and white. The tiles were made with many different signs, including flowers, leaves, designs, geometric patterns, as well as writing from the Quran. Sinan built more than 400 buildings, including mosques, palaces, and other buildings such as schools and hospitals. Sinan built a system to carry water in Istanbul called aqueduct. He made Istanbul one of the most beautiful cities in the world. When Sinan was 80, he started to build one of his most important buildings, the Sultan Suleiman Mosque near to the border of Greece and Bulgaria. Sinan died in 1588. He was nearly 100 years old. Now, let's see the answers. Number 1. What did Sinan like doing when he was a little boy? A. Watching his father making things. Number 2. What was Sinan's good at when he was a soldier? B. Building bridges, roads, and walls. Number 3. What did the Sultan ask Sinan to build first? B. Mosque. Number 4. How high is the big dome of the Suleiman Mosque? C. 53 meters. Number 5. How many buildings did Sinan build? A. More than 80. Exercise number 1. Look, circle, and match. Look at the examples of handwriting below. In each line there is a mistake. Find the mistake and draw a circle around it. Let's see the answers. Number 1 is done for you. Matches C. The letter is back to front. Number 2 matches G. The letter is not the same size as the other letters. Number 3 matches A. The letter isn't on the line. Number 4 matches B. The name should begin with a capital letter. Number 5 matches D. The letter is not the same height as the other letters. Number 6 matches F. The letter joined is wrong. Number 7 matches E. There is too much space between the first letter and the other letters. Exercise number 2. Write. Follow the instructions below and then check your writing. Number 1. Write a line of small N's. Number 2. Write a line of small B's. Number 3. Write a line of small L's. Number 4. Write the word one 4 times. Number 5. Write the name Mona 3 times. Exercise number 3. Look and think. Look back at the writing you did in Activity 2. Check your writing for these things. Are all the letters the correct size? Are all the letters correctly spaced? Are all the letters the correct height? Are all the letters written correctly on the line? Are all the letters joins correct? Are all the letters written correctly? Have you written the capital letters correctly? If any of these things are not correct, go back and change them. What do you think of your writing? Look at it carefully and decide. Is your writing very good, or okay, or not very good, or bad? Now, show your writing to a friend and look at their writing. Now write a sentence about yourself. Think carefully about how you write your sentence. Check your writing using the list at the top of this page. Let's read the example. My name is Mona and I live in Muscat. My name is Sammy and I have 5 brothers and sisters. Now write your sentence here. Exercise number 1. Read, think, and complete. Read the sentence below and complete it using one of the words in the drum. When we say some words, we can break them down into smaller parts called syllables. Exercise number 2. Read, listen, and check. Music is full of rhythm, and so is speech. When we talk in English, we use words that have a different number of syllables. The number of syllables in a word gives the word its rhythm. Listen to these words and write how many syllables you hear in each one. Guitar. 2. Piano. 3. Mizmar. 2. Drum. 1. Exercise number 3. Listen, think and write. Read this song. Do you know how many syllables are in each word? Look carefully at the song and write the number of syllables you think there are in each word. Water, 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 water. Lemonade, lemonade. Cola, cola, cola. Cola, cola, cola. Coffee, tea, coffee, tea. Now let's see the answers. Exercise number 1. Write. Use Maha's email on page 20 of your class book to help you write correct information about Al-Farahidi. Number 1. Al-Farahidi was born in Al-Batina, Oman. Number 2. He was one of the most important people to write about the Arabic language. Number 3. Al-Farahidi wrote the first Arabic dictionary. Number 4. He didn't organize the words in the dictionary in alphabetical order. Number 5. He invented the system of writing vowels in Arabic. Exercise number 2. Think, draw and write. Now try writing your own shape poem. Follow these steps. Think about what you would like to write about. Draw the shape. Write your ideas on paper. Fit them into your shape. Remove cutout page 5 from page 89 at the back of this book and draw your completed shape poem on it. Exercise number 1. Read and match. Can you remember the names of different kinds of words in English? Read these 4 definitions and match them to the correct word. Let's see the answers. Number 1. Noun. These are naming words. They tell us the names of people, places, animals, and things. Number 2. Adjectives. These are describing words. They tell us more about the noun in a sentence. Number 3. Verbs. These are doing or being words. Number 4. Adverbs. These are words that describe verb. Exercise number 2. Look and sort. Look at these words and sort them into nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. In the nouns we have science, snake, calculator, book. In the adjectives we have clever, silly, old, interesting. In verbs we have write, draw, listen, play. In the adverb we have quickly, quietly, carefully, slowly. Exercise number 1. Think and write. Think of a title for each of the books on page 24 of your class book. Write the titles for the books here. Let's see the answers. A. Einstein. B. Al-Farahidi. C. Sinan. D. Mozart. Exercise number 2. Look and match. Look at the names of some of the people you have learned about in this unit. Now, look at the phrase on page 17 of your skills book. Find the way of understanding that matches their life and their skills and write their names in the phrase under the correct way of understanding. Exercise number 3. Think, research, and write. Think of a famous person you would like to know more about. Try and find as much information as you can about them. Then imagine that you are going to write a biography about them. Remove cutout page 6 from page 87 at the back of this book. Design a cover for your biography. and then write the title of your book on the cover. Show your book cover to your friends and then put your book cover in your portfolio. Exercise number 1. Read and match. Read these 3 sentences and match each one to a picture. Number 1. Matches A. He loved poetry. Al-Farahidi. Number 2. Matches C. Sinan. He loved designing beautiful buildings. Number 3 matches B. Einstein. He didn't like writing essays. Look at each sentence again. Underline the word after each verb of like or dislike. What kind of word follows the verb? Exercise number 2. Read and think. Look at these sentences about the things that people like and don't like doing. Underline the word that comes after the verb of like or dislike. Let's read the sentences and see the answers. Number 1. I hate working alone. Number 2. I enjoy art. Number 3. I love playing the piano. Number 4. I don't like poetry. Number 5. I like working in groups. Number 6. I don't like playing volleyball. Number 7. I love math. Number 8. I hate spiders. What 2 types of words come after verbs of like and dislike? Think and complete the rule. The verbs like, love, enjoy, and hate are followed by a noun or another verb ending in ing. Exercise number 1. Read and think. In this unit, you have learned about some of the world's great thinkers. They were all very important to our world, but in very different ways. We all enjoy doing different things and we all have different skills. In this lesson, you are going to think about your own skills. You will also think about and understand the skills of other people. Their skills may be very different from your skills. Some people are very good at math and science, and others are good with words. In the past, people thought that you could measure how clever people were by testing their skills in using numbers and words. Today, many people think that there are many ways of understanding and being clever. Can you remember some of the ways of understanding that you learned about in this unit? We all use these different ways of understanding, but we all use them differently. For example, some of us are stronger in understanding numbers and some of us are stronger in understanding nature. We're all different. We're all special. Exercise number 2. Think and color. What about you? Which ways of understanding do you use the most? Which ways of understanding do you find more difficult? Remove cutout page 7 from page 85 at the back of this book. Look at the learning profile and complete it for yourself. Show a friend your learning profile and look at theirs. Then, put your learning profile in the Learning Journal section of your portfolio. We reached to the end of our video today. Thank you for listening and watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.